Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. So to recap last episode, while I load the world here, I set up a uranium mine. Oh, the screen went white. I set up a uranium mine to mine out the remaining uranium I need for my ship off. It does actually seem like I'm just about on the South Pole, almost perfectly here, with this uranium mine called Urania. Maybe not the best name in hindsight. Taffy and Doc fended off a mechanoid raid on their own, but not much else had happened other than the progress on this this outpost, this mining outpost here. So what I'm going to try to do is find some uranium. That is my hope. So although I really don't want to mess with infestations, it does appear like I'll need to dig into this mountain. It is the closest. I don't even know why I look at the people that escape pod to me anymore. I never rescue them. But something tells me to go look at them every time. So Doc's mostly been handling the house chores now that Engie's gone, and Taffy has been hauling all the stuff that has been landing around. Engie does have dwindling food stocks here, but she's actually doing pretty okay for now. And I could always send in some more food. My group here actually could afford to do some additional cooking. So I'll queue that up with Taffy. I'm going to create a new cook order. Do until you have, let's say, 35. Don't use meat or animal products. I have a lot of rice, but I mean, I did buy a lot of meat, but I'd rather have the meat go towards fine foods when Engie returns than to use it for any other reason. Now I can set up a deep drill here. See if this is uranium. And I'm just sort of working out in a radius to try to find uranium here somewhere. I think in this stockpile I'm gonna say have the steel. And once I find a source of uranium, it won't take very long in order to get that stuff home and blast off in the ship. So as long as everything goes alright, this very well might be the last episode, or second to last, or so, which is exciting. Alright, so are you uranium? You are chem fuel. That's a very strange thing to be mining out of the ground, but I guess that's a bit like oil. Alright, so deconstruct another one. And what is the next closest? I guess here. It's not close, but it is in fact the next closest. But I'll also need to get some more steel here. I'm curious if there's any steel near this spot here. Sandstone, but not steel. So it looks like this might be the closest steel to me, which is not that close. Now, at the moment, I don't need any components, so I'm not even going to worry about component mining. Taffy, let's have you haul the marble blocks. You never know when you'll need them. So I've actually got enough metal to make a few more of these deep drills. So I'm going to haul what I have here, cancel that temporarily, sort of have her drop that there, and queue her up to go check this point. I'm generating a lot of power. Up here has a lot of potential mining spots. I think probably one of these 5 or 6 should have uranium for me. Cargo pods. Meals. Oh, that's fortunate. That's pretty good, right? So I was running low here, but now I am not. So I'm actually going to change this zone here just to have the initial... I've been smelting a lot of the slag, so just have the initial spots there all tied up. And we've got jade. Well, I'm trying to keep it all in my head so I know what's what and where's what. So, got jade now. An eclipse. So back here I have a volcanic winter cold snap eclipse happening. Fortunately, I'm generating a lot of solar power, but that's a lot of stuff happening all at once. And Lady, the creepy breather, fast walker, another woman down. And regular steel. Wow, I am really having lots of luck here, as you all can see, with being able to find my uranium mine. NG here will need food and rest before I complete this, I think. Now, another tactic that can be employed if you're trying the CI Survival Challenge is to claim a bunch of colonies around your starting location. Once you're able to live long enough to get to the edge of the map. You know, if you don't have the warm clothing, don't do that. But you could claim a bunch of the colonies that dot around your location in order to get more cargo drops and things. Because if there's raids there, steel. Alright, so I've checked these 3. I'm going to let NG go to sleep and eat. She's about at the end of her rope here. As am I. I'm tired of finding every material but steel. So I'm a little low on cooking. But I want to drop it stockpile. Or drop on the floor, rather. So NG's resting up. Not comfortably, but resting up. I could also bust through this wall here and check these 2 zones and this zone here that I've almost busted into as well. And I'll do that after I build this next drill. Hopefully I won't have to do that. That is the ideal. Now that we're in the middle of the summer, I am generating a lot of solar power here, but that isn't to say that I should neglect my other colony. Alright, so quit that. Destroy this. Oh, corn. That's great. work on this drill now. Sort of just hauling broken drill parts to new drill parts, in a way. So far, no raids, though, on this episode, which is fortunate. I've been breezing by without any bad raids. Oh, I don't have too many components left. I have enough for one more drill, or two more drills before I have to figure out a more long-term solution. Mining up my more machined parts. But here we go. Attempt number. I even lost count. I don't know what number this is. And steel. Oh, that's not good. Oh, they've got it handled really rapidly. Where was I building here? Guess if I activate the ground radar, I'll find it. So I'm actually going to haul this stuff back and start focusing on the stuff closer to base, just because I do have to run a giant line out to it. So here's what I've checked so far. I've checked these 3. I've checked these 4. None have been uranium so far. I'm going to allow components here as well. Manufactured component. And before I forget about this component out here, or these 2, I'll haul them back. Alright, so I think that's enough meals for now. Trying to conserve a little bit of power here, so that was the idea behind turning this off. I don't want my batteries to drain all the way out. So I have enough for another drill here. I'm going to focus. I'll see what she picks, either here or there. Something has to yield me uranium eventually. I can't be without uranium forever. So a little, not that I employed this, but a little good idea to mark your zones is like, let's say I know this is steel and this is plasteel, so I could just create a little stockpile there with super low priority, saying what it is. That's not a bad little tactic to be able to keep track of what's what. Give her a little joy, but she's in a bulk goods trader. Great. Let's see what I can do with them. I can buy fertilized cassowary eggs. That's interesting. Alright, I'm going to buy more components. Sell off my elephant skin. I can buy uranium. That is awesome. So before I cancel that, let's see, I only need 250 uranium. And I have 52, so I only need 200 uranium. So let's go ahead and buy that and get everyone back here. I'm going home. Well, maybe not home, but I'm getting off this rock. That's the first uranium dealer I've seen in a while, so that's awesome. That doesn't mean I want to neglect everything. Things can go wrong, so I want to make sure that I'm trading for everything. But yeah, that's phenomenal. I did not expect that. So given that, I'm going to immediately you know what? I'm going to create a pod launcher here and launch home. So Taffy, I want you to load this up with maybe, let's say, 150 chem fuel, 8 components, and 200 steel. Once you're up, you know, because, well, that's useful. And that will be resources to get home if I need them. I actually don't. All I need to load up here is the chem fuel. So I'll do just that. 150 chem fuel. That's it. That's all that gets loaded. So I can mine out the little remainder of steel that I need to make this transport pod. It's not much, and I have the components. So I already have 40 of the steel, so I just need 2 of these little cells of compacted steel, and then I get to go home as soon as Taffy loads up the other transport pods. Good news, guys. This, well, sort of, mostly good news. This is shaping up to be my last episode. Yes. So let's not make Engie wait any longer than she has to. And launch. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Launch group for here. Fuel this back up. Which Engie's already doing. Explosives expert. Nope. Ain't got no other cryosleep caskets for you. I didn't even leave enough uranium for a 4th. Maybe that would have been wise, but it's not what I did. Launch you, and we'll take... I don't even need the fine meals. Just get inside and launch home. So here we are, and I will immediately go to work on these engines. I have in fact done my math right, and as long as she doesn't fail at construction, I will be off this little rock in just a few minutes here. Super exciting that I actually survived the Community Sea Ice Challenge. So I'm going to, let's say, going to have a little celebration here. My colonists might not be throwing a party, but doesn't mean I can't celebrate, right? So I got that built. I got this built. Plenty of resources left over. Not hurting for that. Alright, Engie needs some food and some rest. Rome wasn't built in a day. My spaceship, the rest of my spaceship doesn't need to be built in a day either. Oh, wow. This has been an undertaking. This has been quite an undertaking. And one I was not sure could be done. Now, I'm going to restrict everyone to home. I don't need any more hauling. Just hang out and be happy. And once Engie wakes, I will have her finish the ship reactor. I don't want to risk having Taffy do any of that. So I'm going to keep her away from it. Because, of course, if she fails, I'm really, truly screwed. Or, you know, I'd have to go back to mining, so... Let's take everyone else off construction entirely. Engie should be up soon. I'll just wake her up. I'm very eager to get this done. Don't worry about sowing the rice plant. Just build that ship and let's get off this volcanic winter cold snap hell. I don't even know why I look anymore. I've got everything I need here. Life is good, life is happy. I am leaving. Yeah, smoke the rest of the weed. I don't care. We are all happy to be leaving. Got 2 colonists idle, I'm well aware. I'm glad of it. Alright. Loading everyone up. Engie, actually wear your little space helmet. Who knows where you're headed? You might need it where you're going. Loading everyone up. And here we go. Just got some goosebumps. I'm leaving this all behind. Leaving this all behind. So let's see this launch report. Ready to launch. Well, that's it, friends. That's all my Sea Ice Community Challenge wrote. I never left anyone behind. And here we are. Success. Victory. A happy ending. Thank you all for watching this incredibly harrowing journey that my 3 colonists undertook, especially Engie, from start to finish. And I appreciate all of you leaving likes and subscribes, and I hope you tune in for some future scenarios I set up for myself. But for now, this is the end, the last story of Engie. She's going home. She's getting off the ice rock. Story is over. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you tune in again. Adios, everyone.